Hey, how you doing? I'm back. Did you just write a water memory and did you get wet in the process? Did you go floating? Want to know that because I'm pretty passionate about floating. Hope you saw my picture, and yes, it is a favorite thing for me to do. But anyway, hope you had a good time, and I hope that you were able to connect in a different way, and maybe again had an activity or something that kept people involved and had others that you helped remember some of the fun times and things that you've done. So you've done it. You've did 5 memories. You've gone through all 5 of these, and I'm so happy that you have spent the time and taken the effort that it has involved to get this done. So I want to know, what has it done for you? How have you felt? Do you feel like you've had some connections with others that maybe you have missed out on for a while, and that maybe this brought you closer? Did it give you a chance to maybe change a relationship that you had with someone just by bringing it up and having the opportunity to talk to them about something that's happened in the past, or just a time together, an adventure that you've had? Did it give you that chance to maybe feel some gratitude for someone that you haven't felt for a while, and being able to share that with them, to say, hey, thanks for getting up to make me breakfast every day, or whatever it might have been? Were you able to share some stories that maybe your kids had never heard, or maybe someone in your family didn't realize you had done this, or been in this place, or in this experience? Were you able to share that with them? And maybe did you create some activities? If you did this as a group, at a reunion, or as a family gathering, did you incorporate some activities, some things where you were reliving maybe some of those fun memories, or memories of that category? So I'm just so excited that you came this far, and I hope that it has been beneficial for you. So what's next? How are you going to move forward? This is really where the magic starts to happen. So I had lunch with a friend of mine just a couple of days ago, and she told me a story that just really touched me. She had been involved with her mother-in-law, and they had been doing paintings. She had been taking her to a painting class every week for probably the last 2 or 3 years. And she has been by her side as she's painted all these different paintings, that they went out and they took photos together of the paintings she wanted to do, and then she was there while she did them. She recently passed away, and they are about to give all of those paintings to her grandchildren and children. But the cool thing about this is that she has documented what each painting was about, and she's going to create a story for each of those paintings that she can pass along with the painting, but then also for her husband, whose mother it was. She's going to give him this book of all of them, each painting, a picture of each painting, and the story behind it, why his mom painted it. And it just gave me chills to think, first of all, that she would be thinking about that, but that she took the time to do it. And what a great gift it's going to be to her family, to her mother-in-law's posterity, all her grandkids. The legacy that's going to be left because of that is just amazing. So that's a really big project, and we don't all have to be really big, but we can really focus on what we can. I mean, you always think you're going to remember. And here's the thing, my grandpa Joe lived with me my whole growing up life. I don't remember him living anywhere else. And I always thought, the stories that he told me, I always thought that I would remember everything that we talked about. Well, guess what? He passed away a little over, well, it's been a lot over 20 years ago. It's been a while ago. And there are things my brother and my mom and I will talk about, and we know that Grandpa told us, and we really thought we'd always remember him, but we can't. And we're thinking, well, I remember it this way, I remember it this way. Do the best you can with what you have. Get it written down. And just realize that, you know what, we're not always going to remember. Some other ways to make that magic occur: maybe you help a parent or a grandparent relive some of their memories, especially if they're alone and you want to send in your grandkids or other family members as well to do this. Maybe they had a love for baseball and they love to go to certain games. Maybe you talked about that in your sports memory. Well, take them to a game or watch a game on TV with them. Spend the time to create some more of that magic. I also heard a story recently. It's interesting how when you're focusing on this, all these things pop up. But I heard another story about an individual who actually was writing memories for her grandmother. And during that time, when she would tell her about something, she would actually take her to those locations if they were close enough, and they would sit there and let her talk about them while they were right there physically, and just the opportunity for her to be back in a place where maybe she had met her husband, or maybe their favorite place to go to dinner, and to be experiencing that and telling her grandchild about that. I mean, it just created magic, and again, a bond, and especially for those who are by themselves, that's really important. So if you're not there face to face in person, maybe you get together as a group, as we have talked, and you get a whole family to take turns just sending a note and a memory and a story that they remember about that individual. So every week they're getting something, and they're feeling a part of a community and a part of a family. So if you want more support, I mean, I hope this has touched you to a point where you can see that I want to do this some more, and you can take the list that we just went through and go over it and over it. You can create your own list, however you do it. I'll just be happy to know that it sparked an interest and that you're able to do it. If you do want additional support from me, I do have a much more comprehensive program. It's called 52 Memories. I'll have a link down here on the bottom that you can go out and take a look. And what I do is, for the next year, every week I'll give you a prompt very similar to what you've experienced in this. You'll have a site you can go out to. We'll have a little bit more content, and each week I'll send you an email to remind you, here's your topic for this week, and then you can go out, look at the other information, and start writing from there. So if you do want to go bigger, that's another option, and I'm happy to cheer you on. And if it's, like I said, not the way you choose to go, I hope you are continuing to write some memories, because you also might even consider how you want your grandkids or your kids to remember their life, that they will never probably remember the things that you did for them when they were little. You can write those stories and share them with them as they grow up. That's a great gift for them, a great gift for their parents if you're writing it as a grandma, because that's what I'm going to start doing for my cute little granddaughter. Just, that's another way to do it. Or write your own journal. It's important that you write for yourself. So there's a couple of quotes, and I'm looking down because I want to get this right. It says, in the end we become stories, and who is going to write them? Really, who is going to tell those stories? And if not you, who will do it? And there's also, if you've all seen Hamilton, it's kind of been a big deal right now, there's a song right at the end, and it's who lives, who dies, who tells your story. Because you may have certain aspects of that story you want to share and make sure they're known. And this last great quote that I found just recently that really, I think, kind of sums it up. It says, memories are always special. Sometimes we laugh by remembering the days we cried, and sometimes we cried by remembering the days we laughed. That's life. Thanks again. I appreciate your time and look forward to hearing your stories. Please answer the questions below. Let me know how I can help you, and keep going. Keep at it. Thanks so much. Bye.